What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm gonna take you guys through my day. So with it being Ramadan and we're also stuck in quarantine, I'm trying to manage my time as efficiently as I possibly can without wasting a lot of it. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly, what I do, my workouts, and exactly what I'm eating. So it's like 10:15 right now. This is usually when I head to bed just because I wake up at 2. I can get a workout in before suhoor. The reason why I wake up at 2 is because we just had iftar and I'm like, I have all this food and I have all this energy, so I'll sleep for a few hours. I'll wake up, I still have all that energy, and then when I work out for an hour and a half, that I get to eat suhoor right after that. So I replenish all my energy that I just used up, and then I get to go to bed for a little bit, and then wake up and get to work, and then just repeat the process and stuff like that. Before going to bed, you got to do that nighttime routine, right? I don't really like doing it. I get super lazy, but gotta take care of your skin, man. Gotta take care of it. Oh, snap. Hey, I caught myself. Yo, you gotta stop falling on me, tripod. See you guys at 2 a.m. Hey Google, turn on the lights.
Okay, turning 4 lights on.
Yo, it's 2 a.m. Told you guys that I would see you at 2 so I can get this workout in. So as soon as I wake up, I usually like to drink a whole bottle of water because we have limited time to try and get in our water intake. It's so hard. So if I wait like 30 minutes before suhoor and I drink a whole bottle of water, I'm just going to keep myself really full and I won't be able to eat as much. And yeah, it's just easier to do this. So if you want to get a half a gallon in or a gallon in, you should pee as soon as you wake up. You should be drinking every hour at least 2 bottles of water or two glasses of water. So in the mornings is a perfect time for me to catch up on lectures. So since it is Ramadan, there's so many great lectures out there, like with Sheikh Yasser Qadri, there's Noman Ali Khan, there's Kalam. They all do like summarizations of like the Quran and Surah Yusuf and like a bunch of other stuff. So I usually, since I got like an hour on the treadmill, I'll probably put it on and then I'll catch up on like a couple of my lectures. It's a great time because I'm being super productive, I'm working out, and I'm also getting to catch up on my lectures, especially during Ramadan. I get to learn. It's a month of the Quran and stuff like that. So my treadmill routine. So I'm usually warming up for about like 10 minutes, and then for like 30 minutes I'll probably run at like 6 to 7 miles per hour, listening to my lectures. And then depending on how much I ate the night before, if I stuff myself and I gotta kind of do more cardio because I went overboard with my diet, I'll do like 10 minutes of sprints where I'm like sprinting at like 11-12 miles per hour, and then hopping off for 30 seconds, sprinting again for a minute or something like that, hit cardio. So even in the morning time, I notice like time flies, right? So I think suhoor is at like 4:10, and by the time I get on the treadmill, it's like 2:20, right? After waking up at 2, I go in the bathroom and drinking water and all that. It's like 2:20, and then I'll be on the treadmill for like 40 minutes. It's 3 o'clock. I gotta be up by like upstairs by 3:30 to like help cook and set up the table with my family. So I got like 30 minutes to lift. And so I'll show you guys how to do a HIIT cardio session on a treadmill. So we're gonna 12 miles an hour is probably not my max, but I'm gonna run on that for about a minute and then off for about 15 seconds, 30 seconds, back on for a minute, off, and then yeah. So let's get. Like I said, sprint, 30 seconds off, and then back on for another 30 seconds. Repeat that for like, I don't know, 5 rounds. I'm gonna show you guys what I drink in the mornings. I usually don't take pre-workout because I'm not trying to be up all night, especially since I got work in the morning and I'm trying to go to bed after suhoor. So if I took pre-workout, I wouldn't be able to sleep and my whole day would be shot. I'm gonna put a whole bottle of water in this. BCAA's in there. Creatine, monohydrate. Put a small scoop in here. And a little bit of coconut water to this, about like half. mango with lime. This thing tastes amazing. So to get a lift longer, what the hell's in my eye? Got some sweat in my eye. Following with my workout plan, I think today is day 13, and it's shoulder day. So if you guys, if you're keeping on with it, let me know. That shoulder day workout is pretty lit. Bro, man, I'm putting you guys on. You gotta try this. Right there. Don't need a lot of weight. So the issue with shoulders that's probably the number one body part that I see people injure besides their back is their shoulders, because listen, first of all, if you don't know good form and stuff like that, never go heavy on shoulders. You don't want to mess up your rotator cuffs and stuff like that. A lot of times people end up going super heavy on the shoulders. You don't even need to do that. I can barely do 15 pounds with the iron crosses. Why would I pick up more weight, Like, you're working against gravity, you're going up, your shoulders are already on fire. There's no need for you to put on like 225 trying to max out on shoulders unless you either compete or you've been lifting for a while and strict form. Okay guys, so I just finished my workout. Don't worry, this is water, not sweat. I just washed my face, changed my shirt. Fudger's at like 4:10, so I'm about to go upstairs and eat. So it's like 3:30. I'm gonna show you guys a really quick recipe on how to make eggs and exactly what I pretty much eat every morning. So yeah. The best breakfast hack, I got you guys. So get a bowl and put whatever you want to put in an omelet in there. So I got 3 eggs, salt, cayenne pepper, and some black pepper, and some paprika. So whatever spices that you want, put it in there, mix your eggs, set aside. Now chop your veggies. Whatever veggies that you enjoy in the omelet, chop them up, add it to the mixture. So I got some spinach, I got some tomatoes, and I got some olives. Now if you want to add meat to it. I got some ground beef in there. Now add your cheese. And then mix it all up, and then for the best part, we're gonna add this right to the waffle maker. It's gonna be super quick. It's gonna come out looking crispy. Look at that, oof! And now we're gonna top it with some sour cream. We're gonna season it again, salt, pepper, a little bit of avocado on top if you guys enjoy that, and then season one more time because you can't shorthand the seasoning. Some paprika, and you guys are done. That's the quickest, best breakfast hack. Try it out. Okay guys, so it's about 4:30, right? You guys saw what I ate. I had about three eggs and Greek yogurt and protein powder. Nothing crazy. I didn't get to drink as much water as I wanted to, but I still got enough. I should be good. Like, I noticed during this Ramadan, or usually every Ramadan, I never really have an issue, and I think a lot of people don't when it comes to like the fasting part. Like, alhamdulillah, it's so much easier in Ramadan to fast, but I think it's just the energy levels that everybody struggles with. That's why I try to manage my time this year a lot more efficiently and just a lot better. Is just figuring out, what time I work the best and stuff like that. That's why I'm working out, in the mornings at 2 a.m. But yeah, so usually after I get done eating, I'll pray Fajr with my family, and then I'll come down and do like my morning adhkar and read a little bit of Quran if I can. So I'm not telling you guys this or showing this to show off or anything like that. Hey, look, like, listen to me, man. I pray Fajr and do all that. Like, but I think the whole point of this is like just having a morning routine. Like, I think anybody who's watching this vlog, if you don't, whatever, regardless, just having a morning routine anchors your whole day. And I noticed this like whenever I pray Fajr and I do my morning adhkar, I read the Quran or I contemplate on it, like the whole morning is just set up because like no matter how down I get throughout the morning, at least I know I was productive in the morning. I got my workout in, and I was able to read the Quran, and I feel good, like my spiritual side. So a lot of people like meditating 10 minutes every morning, like you meditate because it sets up your whole day. It sets up your like the rest of your day and it anchors it. So I think everybody needs an anchor, whether that's reading Quran for you, whether that's working out, whether that's doing yoga, whether that's meditating, whether that's reading a book. Do something in the mornings that anchors your day. So like no matter how bad your day might get, whatever curveballs life throws at you, at least you can be like, hey, at least I was a little bit productive in the morning. I don't feel as bad. So now, I'm about to just read the Quran or whatever, do something for like 20 minutes, maybe listen to a lecture, and then I'll head to bed. at like 5:30, and then I'll be up at 8:30. So because I got meetings at 9 a.m. for work and stuff like that. So the schedule's like crazy, you know, sleeping from 10:30, waking up at 2 a.m. and then going back to bed at like 5:30, waking up at 8:30, 9. But you know, it's Ramadan. This time is always like that. But this is how I'm being super efficient with my time. This is exactly my day. Hey Google, turn on the lights.
Sure, turning 4 lights on.
Oh. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna be super real with you. I got a meeting at 9, and it's 8:55 right now. So, you know how the Zoom things. Well, I don't need to be on video, so what you call it? Grab my laptop. Yeah. Come on, man. I know we all do this. Come on now. All right, guys. So I know you saw me at 9 a.m. I had that meeting. So since then, right now it's like 2 o'clock. I just had a whole bunch of other meetings, just finished a whole bunch of work. Took some time right now so I can pray Dhuhr. So for you guys who are not Muslim, Dhuhr is pretty much the second daily prayer of the 5 daily prayers that Muslim people follow. So especially during Ramadan, you know, obviously you don't want to miss any prayers. You shouldn't be missing any out of Ramadan either. But you know, make sure you pray. Dhuhr is like it's like an interesting, because it's like you got so much time to pray it. But like obviously, if you pray, just try to pray it in the lunchtime. It like usually sets up, you know, the rest of your evening kind of. Just makes it easier. The more you delay it, the more it's going to be put off in your head. The more you're going to think about, you know, when I'm going to pray and stuff like that. So anyways, want to talk to you guys about, you know, why I'm making this content, you know, why I'm making this video in the first place. So I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, that I'm not always cooking, or I'm not like, you know, constantly in the gym, like working out 24/7. I'm not trying to be like become like an influencer. Like I don't do this full time. Like I'm just literally I work as a software developer. I do that 9 to 5. So, and then I'm also doing it on the side. The whole thing is to just show you guys that, you know, you can do your whole normal lifestyle, but you can also, you know, hustle on the side. Yeah, it's going to take me a lot harder because, you know, when I don't have work, like it's a lot easier for me to make content all day, because like, you know, I can make like 10 recipes instead of making 2, because, you know, I don't have work, I don't have nothing else to do, and I can work out like 3-4 times a day. But obviously that's not typical for everybody. For everybody else, you know, we all got jobs, we all got families we got to take care of, we all got, you know, a lot of people are staying at home, they're quarantined, so you got your parents, you know, you can't always just, you know, you got your kids and wife, you can't just constantly be, you know, working and doing stuff. You gotta take care of everybody. So it's a little bit different, but that's life, man. You just kind of, if there's something that you want, you just kind of work with the cards you're dealt. That's what you got to do. You can't pick and choose, you know. You can't have everything, right? And I'm not gonna say you can't have your cake and eat it too, because I hate that saying so much. I don't know why. I feel like I'm not even gonna talk about it, but at the end of the day, you know, you can't have everything. That's totally true. You can't have everything. But yeah, so I just wanted to make that video talking about, guys, you know, because after I'm done with work, the rest of the agenda for the day is like, I'm gonna clock out in like 3 hours, or pretty much be kind of log off my work in 3 hours. I'll be done at 5, and then I'm probably gonna try. Man, why can't I talk? Probably just gonna make more content for Instagram, for TikTok, for YouTube, whatever I possibly can. Edit some videos, and then at like 7 o'clock, probably go upstairs and help my mom cook, and yeah, go from there. And then the rest of the day after that, pray Maghrib, and eat dinner, and then you know, pray a little bit more, and then kind of just go back, kind of do a little bit more work, make a little bit more content, and go to bed, and then repeat the cycle. You know, that's literally what it is.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope Luis get to the schedule. One of the best schedule.
So getting really deep with you guys. So I do like okay, so there's a 14th Rosa tomorrow, the 14th fast, and time's flying by really, really quickly. I don't know when I'm going to edit this video and post it, but regardless, I wanted to talk to you guys about just praying and like how this quarantine, obviously a lot of people say it's a blessing, you know, it's the best Ramadan, and some people are complete opposite, like, no man, stop thinking like that, it's not. With the mosques are closed, I get both sides to it. The reason why I do enjoy, or do think this is like a good reflection period for people is because every time I notice during like, normal Ramadans when the mosques are open, it's like your typical Ramadan, people end up burning out really fast, especially during like this day, like the 14th, 15th, the middle of the month. And it kind of sucks because you're missing, because this middle of the month, when you kind of like fizzle out and you kind of lose motivation, it translates over to the last 10 days. And the last 10 days are super important, especially that with Laylatul Qadr. It's the night of power, the night of 1,000 months. If you miss out on that month, you kind of just like, you kind of miss out on the whole point of this thing. Like it's like you're playing in the league, and then all of a sudden you got a championship game, and you kind of just like, yeah, I'm not gonna play the best during that time. I'm like, that's the whole reason why we're here. You're trying to like make the most of this month. You don't want to fizzle out, or you don't want to sizzle out towards the end. And I end up seeing that happening a lot. So I like the fact that at least in this Ramadan, at least I've been pacing myself. And I know a lot of people, even if you guys started off weak, starting this Ramadan, especially with all the stress and work and all that, and being scared of getting sick and stuff like that, you still have time to finish strong, man. Like, it's not how you start the first quarter, it's about how you finish the game, right? Like, you obviously getting off to a good start is always the best, but even if you mess up in the beginning, it's about how you finish, right? Like, and if we get really, really deep with this, the same thing goes for Islam. We have heard many stories where, people have started off, people follow Islam for 50, 60, 70, 80 years of their life, and then finally towards the end of their life, they kind of fall off, and then they don't believe in God anymore. I'm like, you did all that, and then all of a sudden it's just wasted, like your fourth quarter is wasted because, you can start off the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter really strong, and then all of a sudden you kind of just give up towards the fourth. You're going to lose. And what's the point of putting in all that work if you're going to just sizzle out towards the end? So I want you guys to really just make use of these last 10 days. I urge you to like, pace yourself in general, not just with, even after Ramadan's over, right? Forget what everybody says, man. We all start at different levels, and we all are at different levels religiously, and like, pace yourself towards that. If you're somebody who's never prayed before, start praying once a day, twice a day. I don't care what anybody says. Obviously, you should always aim for 5 times a day, but you gotta pace yourself. You gotta build a habit, because even in the gym, you can't go from a newbie to all of a sudden lifting 315 pounds or squatting 315 pounds. It's just not going to happen. You know what's going to end up happening? You're going to try and do it. You're going to fail. You're probably going to hurt yourself. And you're probably like, nah, man, this isn't for me. I'm not going to lift. And the same thing happens, when people are trying to become religious, or, they got all this like energy and ambition in them, like, oh my God, I'm finally going to make the change. And all of a sudden they go from praying 0 times a day to praying like 5 times a day, reading the Quran. All of a sudden they sizzle out, it lasts for like 2 weeks, and then boom, they're like, man, I can't keep up with this. It's too much. Well, of course you can't. You just go from 0 to 100. You're going to end up crashing. You got to pace yourself. Islam always teaches that. It always talks about moderation. It always talks about pacing yourself. And I urge you guys to do the same. Like, just think about it in the sense of anything else in life too. There's a process to it, that you can't just rush into things, because you're going to end up, just burning out towards the end. And so that's just getting really deep into it with you guys. But regardless of that, man, I hope you guys are having an amazing Ramadan, and make the most of these last 10 days.